ladies and gentlemen. It's Cloud9 versus NIP, and I'm here with fellow human being Jason Moses O'Toole. How are you doing, Moses?
I feel good in my humanity.
Yes?
Yeah, all's well. This game is very weird to me. I don't know what to expect. Because both teams are 1 and 2. I feel like NIP should be sitting at a little bit better of a scoreline. Obviously, that they just lost to Giants on this map. 4-16.
Yeah, that might take away some confidence.
Yeah, it would take away a lot of confidence, I think.
A little bit of a wake-up call, surely, for the Swedish team. I would have to put my trust in NIP for this particular game.
I would as well.
But I think it's going to get odd. I think it's going to get weird, like a good kind of weird, Moses. Oh, my God. He is absolutely out of it, isn't he? That was the kind of weird I was looking for. Yes,
Ooh.
more of that golden, followed up with a headshot on Forest, and he's looking for more. He wants it as well. He's finally going to get shut down. Good assist there with the grenade and automatic as well. A couple of headshots for him, and don't think there's much NIP could do. Well, what's going on in the world? He's getting more kills. Please. I can't keep up with this. It's Get right now, just flanking around. He's 1 bullet away from death, but this has been an outrageous round, and he was, what, a couple of pixels away from finishing that off.
There's no way he could have expected Rush to have that kind of mobility to get out there, but what a weird situation. Golden and Automatic both delivering great headshots, and Get right somehow getting fortunate to find a couple random ones. This one through the smoke as well. Cajun had been flirting with that smoke for so long to come through and help his teammates out.
Well,
all right, well, we did say it would get weird.
Yeah, definitely. Good kind of weird, you know.
The kind of weird that, you ask for.
Exactly, leaves you excited, leaves you wanting a little bit more. You never really know what's going to happen. I think that's the kind of game that we're in for here. Well, Cloud9 pick up the pistol, so they get to play with a little bit more. Although Forrest has that AK-47, and he's sort of with the rest of the team sneaking down.
They're gonna get spotted soon. Automatic's down here, just jiggle peeking the angle, and if he can just fall back and drop that smoke, that'll allow plenty of time for rotations to come in, and he can't even get away. He can't get away even a little bit. He can't even react.
What a disgusting shot.
And the bomb site now is susceptible, and how do you get in? Cajun with a shotgun gonna try and hold on to it. Vice is dinked. He's dropped as well. This round is getting sketchier and sketchier as we go.
That was an outrageous shot from Forrest. I hope we have the replay from his point of view. Somebody should arrest him right now. Golden and Cajun. Yeah, I don't know what they were going to do either with, especially with the shotgun. Kind of questionable. Maybe works well enough in hut and sort of close range, but retaking is always tricky.
Yeah, the rotations are tough. I'd like to see him actually stick around pretty close, because see if you can take some guns away at the end as well. The losing bonus for the shotgun, the killing bonus for the shotgun is phenomenal. So stick around nearby, see what you can do, see if you can build up some kind of money, and if you make enough of it, perhaps you can drop that over and pick up a rifle. Golden going to be able to find Rez, who's not looking. What a nice round from the Ninjas, and here's Cajun. That shotgun is not doing the work. The Deagle wins out in the end, which is going to be frustrating. Legro's got the shotgun now. Think he keeps it on the T side?
I mean, part of me wants, again, add to the weirdness, but I feel like it would be hard to find many good fights with it. Maybe in hut, maybe you could try and sneak in there and do something. So that ties it up already. NIP striking back, and again, that opening kill for Forrest, I mean, yeah, that's not easy to do. Definitely not easy.
Oh, actually, it looked like it was much easier than we initially thought. It looked like Automatic maybe got caught with his shoulder overexposed before going back for the peak, miscalculating how much is showing on his jiggle peaks.
Yeah, and I feel like the timing as well must have, like, that's a little bit unfortunate, because like the whole point of doing that jiggle peak is that you are almost always going to be entirely safe being there. Like, it's, you can always just fall back and drop the Molotov and run away. Apparently got the timing not right. Vice to pick up a kill. Forrest with the return, and actually, oh no, team kill as Forrest takes down Rez.
And Forrest has been tagged as well by that scout, so pretty decent for Cloud9. They're not in a bad position whatsoever. One player just below the ramp room. Golden is down there. He's ready and waiting. He's got the FAMAS. They haven't come down yet. Automatic's going to back all the way back towards CT spawn. He's going to get himself safe. Forrest and ramp. Lecro and ramp as well, just hitting the pause button, waiting for the next follow-up. Dennis is actually downstairs. They've got time to be patient. But at some point, with the man disadvantage, you're going to have to be the ones to make something happen. You need to go early enough to be able to react and recover. And Dennis is going to start leading the way and hopefully open up this bomb site or get in a better position to assist his teammates get down safely.
Credit to Cloud9 so far for not giving any kind of an easy way back into the round here. Nobody sort of, going out and being adventurous or anything like that. So far, so good. 28 seconds on the clock, and Golden hoping to catch a quick kill here. They've made their way down. Oh, the Molotov actually landing right next to him, but he got the kill and the follow-up. A great double kill here for Golden. And he makes it back around, so I mean, that should definitely clear up the round. Only 10 seconds here.
Dennis just has to go for the plant. Just pray that you can get it down. Molotov towards the doors, inside the smoke. Actually, not going to go behind, but rushes. Here he gets the kill. No chance for the plant. Cloud9 returned the favor, winning the pistol, losing the second, and now winning the third. Nicely done. The damage done early on by Vice and Automatic with the Scout and CZ was great. Allows Golden to clean up this kill.
Yeah. So 6 kills on Golden in total. I mean, it's pretty early on, but he's off to a pretty decent start.
Pistol round helped. Those nice little headshots. That's going to give him plenty of confidence as well moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. So AK's in the hands now of NIP and some Deagles.
Man, imagine the conversation you'd have as a team after losing 16-4 to Giants. How stressful and how angry some of that conversation might be, and then having to play the very same map right afterwards.
Yeah, and in some, I mean, maybe even against a team like Giants, you could say, well, they're sort of an unknown to us. It's hard for us to crack against them, and so on and so forth. But now you're playing Cloud9, which I think is also not easy to prepare against, because you just think if you're NIP, you're probably putting a lot of effort into getting ready for teams like Na'Vi, Astralis, and Ents in this tournament, and maybe
looking over a couple.
Just a little bit, right? It could definitely be. So, yeah, I think they could be in for 2 really odd games in a row, and again on the same map. I don't know.
All right, well, Vice is the only one in the lower bomb site for this defense, and actually it's a pretty interesting scenario for NIP to be in. They can actually choose to go up the vents and split towards that upper bomb site. They can go towards ramp and just try and take lower. Forest is in a great position. Vice, this is all going to come down towards timing, and I think the most difficult part of it is, I mean, Rush is kind of watching ramp at an off angle, but he'll get forced back quickly, and as soon as ramp control is lost, Vice is in an impossible scenario, even without it. An impossible situation, and get right, there's the 1 Deags we're looking for. Rush on the ground, and it looks like another round to be traded back and forth.
Did he even stop running when he fired that deagle?
No.
He just kept cruising through, didn't he? He needed like a low rider or something, and just,
Get right in a low rider. Now that's an image.
Yeah. Gun, sort of tilted to the side, all gangster, and drops him. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Golden and Cajun, again, Cajun with the shotgun.
Yeah, this shotgun, I don't think we've seen a kill with it yet, but it keeps coming back and forth. Even Get Right had it to try an entry with 1 round.
We've not been convinced yet.
No, but I think certainly this has got to be NIP taking control of the early economy. I think if you're Cloud9 at this point, maybe just save a round. I know you have the guns to kind of try and make it work. That's a pretty nice bait and smoke to get Right to commit to that fight. And that might actually prompt him to buy with 2 rifles, but I mean, NIP has all the AK-47s. There's not really a whole lot you're going to have an advantage over if you're Cloud9 and you force up here.
No, you're sort of almost banking on somebody going a little bit crazy and getting a P250 kill or something. Oh my God. It's just, I mean, those are the kind of kills when they happen on me, I get angry. I just feel like it's unreasonable, it's uncultured, shouldn't really be happening.
And you don't get the same love when you do something like that.
No, definitely not. Well, 5th round coming up, and they did buy armor and a bunch of other things, Moses, so.
NIP wanted to hit ramp fast. I feel like 4 players running into this staging area. Smoke obviously makes him a bit nervous to go through it, which is fair play. Can't really fault them for that one. So now things slow down. Now NIP have to readjust and spread out across the map into a default. Gonna line up for their wall of smokes.
Yeah, they got everything out here, don't they? Smokes, the Molotov, even to make sure that when they then sort of cross over behind the red container, they're not easily going to get shut down.
I don't know what Cloud9's going to do here. They're running out of utility. 2 pistols on board as well. Golden's usually been great outside. This time that wall of smokes really neutralizes him. He actually takes a lot of damage in return. It'll be tough as a lot of this map has been lost to the ninjas. And certainly some losses in that lower bomb site is going to make Cloud9 feel nervous and start maybe cheating an extra player down there earlier than usual.
Still some time, but I mean, another 15 seconds like this, and actually Cloud9 could just try and sort of, you know, stall the round a little bit and play for time. Rez goes down. We're under 30 seconds now, and NIP, they've had a lot of map control for a long time. It doesn't seem like they've done much with it here. Golden going to be taking down Lekro. The bomb out in the open, and Golden, he definitely saw that. He must know that they're coming for him as well. Dennis is right in front making noise, and he's going to win that fight. Automatic with the follow-up, but now 10 seconds on the clock, and a 1 versus 3, and this can't be done. The bomb is just too far away. So, odd, again, strange outcome, because they had so much map control.
They had all of outside. They had the early hallways of downstairs, just never doing anything with it. You're exactly right. I mean, the utility, the fact that Cloud9 didn't have any didn't matter, because, I mean, it's all just players walking into these crosshairs. Golden's able to take some clean fights at range. Great shots as well. He's playing very, very well. But NIP, even with the map control, not finding any way to apply any pressure onto the defense.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, it's definitely not good. I think the push towards lower got stopped by 1 smoke. That sort of, and then they went back up again, and that's when they ran into Golden, the Golden Child, with Eddie Murphy. It's a really good movie.
Why are you referencing Eddie Murphy?
It's a good movie.
Well, you can see why Dennis wanted the AUG. That is a nice angle, and obviously the scope helping him just tap away. So advantage to the Ninjas. A lot of this defense now rotating outside. Automatic is here. Cajun again wanted to help out in towards Mini. Dennis looking for another peek. That's a tight angle for Automatic. I don't know how effective you could be there. There's certainly not a lot of places you could fall back to.
They seem weirdly stuck only behind that container. I'm not really sure what the plan is.
They don't have any smokes.
Just
no armor, just on Dennis. They're hoping someone, I mean, look, they're trying to get plenty of time for Dennis to find one more pick for them. It's not working because they have no other tools to apply pressure.
Cajun right underneath here with the shotgun. So if they jump down, that should be pretty favorable to him, especially if he can see the shadow of the player model up front. They're going to cross him. Oh, he actually almost gets the double. It's not bad. Could have been better, obviously, but Rez low on health. Still a 4-on-3. It is kind of surprising to me that the NIP actually have the man advantage at all, although it might go away pretty quickly. Automatic jumping down. That's so dangerous. They're all around him, and I don't know if I would necessarily advise this kind of a play. Vice is there as well, 24 seconds, and a little bit of a giveaway there as Get Right crosses through, but they're all on top and Rush. Oh, he's shutting it down. That was a good double kill. I feel like all of these rounds are odd, Moses.
Those were some pretty awkward rotations from Cloud9, but they had Rush in the upper bomb site. He was the one with all the pressure on him. He's actually watching above the ladder, but no one watching Hut, no one watching Mini, no one watching Squeaky, so that could have gone horribly wrong, but since all of NIP was pretty much dedicated because they didn't have the weapons, no chance of them falling back and finding a new angle of attack. 4-2. Finally, Cloud9, or finally one of these teams, wins 2 in a row. And you have the AKs, the Galil, plenty of utility for this T side. We'll see what NIP have.
4-2 lead in favor of Cloud9 after a rocky start for both teams. It's really not been that obvious what's been sort of deciding some of these outcomes. I feel like NIP right now just need to... Well, they've already been doing a good job of getting outside yard control, so now they just need to figure out what they want to do with it when they have it.
Here's what's scary is it was their CT side that failed them against Giants, only getting 4 rounds on their defensive side of Nuke, so you gotta feel, I mean, it's obviously a different opponent and that can change everything, but gotta feel like they're gonna need some success on this side of the map. Rush completely blind, he's gotten close up, but Rez, no idea. Now they're stuck behind the smoke, the defense is here. Even that kill is not gonna be much of a reprieve. They're still inside the hut. They can be spammed and they're trapped, and Forrest has nowhere to go.
Just right on top of each other. That whole thing was, again, so awkward. Like, one guy managed to run past into the A-bomb site, but then he got killed and the smoke was covering any kind of... No one could really help him out. It's all very awkward. I think it looked to me like they were trying to find a timing when that smoke went down. Like, it goes down, and then as it goes down, they're just, like, exploding through it.
Yeah.
I think maybe that was the idea, but Yeah, very strange indeed.
I think the biggest problem, I would hope that NIP hasn't this early in the half lost confidence in their outside play. Because you need to establish that if you're NIP. And I mean, we've seen them try and kind of posture for an aggressive play towards ramp. Now it's a lot of bodies towards upper. You have to be able to have success outside to make those kind of tactics work. So you hope they go back to it.
They've been running into Golden out there, and he has been playing a pretty good game. I think Automatic is playing near outside as well. So there's a rule of thumb. If I was playing as Cloud9, I would try and do my best to avoid Automatic. If I could, you know.
Yeah, if you had the choice.
But how do you can't really avoid anybody on you, can you? Like.
No, well, I mean, Automatic is the rotator. I mean, he seems to be
Yeah.
the one who's rotating down, so maybe if you can start getting some fakes into the action. I think the problem is, so far, I haven't been convinced that NIP is feeling very comfortable on this map, and part of that's probably exacerbated by the scoreline of their loss against Giants. And obviously, if Golden's playing this well from the pistol round on, I mean, these are immediate headshots, and that's not going to make you feel too good either.
Yeah, I think he crouched under Red's crosshair there, so changing the angle ever so slightly, but it made it.
And he definitely meant to throw the Molotov like that.
Of course. Oh. Chance. It's a pretty narrow gap here, but they seem to be willing to try and fight him, hoping for a single bullet to connect.
He's giving him the chances with these deagles. I mean, it's still a pretty decent fight for him to take. Not too much risk. Great snap over to Forrest. One more at red box, and he's going to get that one as well. 3 kills in the round for Golden, and the deagles for the Ninjas have done absolutely nothing. All right, 6-2, Anders.
Golden getting even the last one there for the quad kill. This is, I don't know if it's out of control, but it's definitely not, it wasn't the level that I was expecting. I was hoping for a lot more flex out of NIP.
Well, especially on a map like Nuke, this is one of those maps they've always felt comfortable playing. Through all the struggles they've had, you know, we've still always kind of remained impressed by NIP's ability to kind of rotate around this map and how good they are at it, and their decision-making in the mid-rounds on a map like Nuke, that can be difficult for that kind of scenario. Then you have a 16-4 loss to Giants, and now you start the map out like this, and it's a bit of a head-scratcher. Gotta be worrying for NIP. Dennis running the gauntlet over towards red box, waiting for the counter nades. Here's the wall of smokes.
Molotov doesn't actually cover the whole thing, otherwise that's not a bad idea at all. Dennis.
That's a bold place to stop.
Yeah, just out in the open, bullets whizzing right in front of him.
No, but I mean, this is essentially a chess match of utility, right? I mean, the wall of smokes is set up to get Dennis across, but so many Molotovs stopping that choke point kind of negates, actually really does negate that utility that NIP just used out there. There's only 1 smoke left and 5 flashbangs for the offensive side. Now, equally as well, Cloud9's used a lot of those Molotovs to stop that play, but they're gonna be more than happy with that.
Rush inside. Could have a lot on his hands if Cajun goes down. He's pretty much gonna be alone, and Rush gonna pick up the 1 kill, but yeah, they're coming in from every angle. He picks up 1 more, and he was looking for the triple. Still, I mean, that's a great defense by Rush. It just looks like it's not quite enough here. Bomb is about to go down. They are a bit low on health there on the NIP side, so still gonna be very careful. There is a Molotov on Vice. I wonder if he could use just that 1 grenade to get them back into the round. That would be big.
Golden's gonna have to contend with Get Right. That's gonna be the first thing, and if he goes down, Vice will just give it up. How do they manage this? Golden needs this peek. He's been phenomenal. Okay, so he dodges the fight, but he spots out Get Right. Now can move through the hut. New angle for Get Right inside a default plant. There's Rez with the trade, the follow-up from behind, and Vice is just going to go for it. Smoke is out. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to block the bomb. It's on the corner. He's got to bail out, but he can't even find Rez. Can't even escape it. A 3rd round for NIP.
There's a lot of weird. If we replay that for Vice and Golden, I feel like there was a lot of weird communication. Like the way that he threw the Molotov. Surely Golden could see that, or could just say there's no one there. But also, if you really wanted to fight Get Right at the corner, I think Vice had a flashbang that they could just set that up with for the peak. So
yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I think part of that, those communication issues, right? That would be where Vice needs to say, I have a flashbang or I have a Molotov. And who? I mean, we obviously can't really. We're speculating on how they communicate, right? But
yeah. I was confused.
Okay, that's fair. Either way, NIP with their 3rd. Dennis going to try and make the same run again. This time there's not as many Molotovs, but a smoke missing from the wall. We saw it earlier, and that makes things easy for Automatic.
If you only build half the wall, Moses. It actually is no use at all.
I'm assuming
It's
that's
like,
the Molotov from the defense. We saw NIP actually the previous round. Remember, Dennis got to the red box and waited for the wall of smokes to come up afterwards. I think they were waiting for a Molotov thrown on the ground to go away.
yeah.
This time, that doesn't work.
But I felt like Dennis saw that and just said, you know what? Screw it.
I'm going for it.
I don't care. Oh, Vice McCoy, that's a good peek. UMP as well. Did he not have any head armor? I felt like he died very quickly, but now trying to see if they can get down and put the bomb as well. That's 3 people peeking Cajun at once, and I don't think you can be ready for that, so he's out of it. Golden still finding those headshots with the AUG. He's playing a phenomenal game. I mean, I've really always liked his style, but this is a level above, it feels like. Lecro could have maybe had that, but even then it would have been hard for him to finish the round. So that's Cloud9 7-3. Golden at 16-4.
That's pretty sick. I mean, especially for a player who's often, you know, talked about for his in-game leading and then, you know, mentioned, yeah, he's going to be a liability in terms of fragging, but, you know, you need an in-game leader, and he's shown he's capable. I think he's been pretty impressive with the fragging, definitely in this map, but we've seen it other times as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it is always hard to find a player that can do both. But I mean, if he's just steadily improving over time, his value as a player is just going to go up and up and up, isn't it?
What's the plan here for NIP? 2 smokes, 1 on Lecro, 1 on Get Right. I think this is just going to be an explosion into the upper bomb site. We'll see how well it goes. Forrest has 1 AK-47. Get Right looks like he's lining up a smoke.
Well, let's see. I've got a point I want to make, Moses, afterwards.
Okay.
I think about it. I've got to shape it a little bit in my head so that, you know, it doesn't sound too mean. I'll do my best.
So Lecro's going to try and get in towards Mini, but Cajun might just mow them all down. That's the door open. Not blind, no flashbangs. This should be a triple kill. He's going to line them up. Rez gets 1 kill. Cajun for the ace. Lecro trying to come through the smoke. He's got a bit of an off angle. It looks like maybe a one-way right around the edge, but yeah, he's trapped now.
Yeah, he is completely locked in, isn't he? We'll get the kill on Golden to pick up the AUG and automatic to finish it. So just a great job overall here. Cloud9 really with a good, strong lead.
All right, what did you want to... You were trying to pretty up a point you wanted to make?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how to say this without making it sound like you know, a jab at Golden. But if your struggle in winning Yard is that you can't outduel Golden and your NIP, I feel like that's a problem. I feel like you should tell Rez, listen, you know, we've been sort of playing around for a while now, but can you just go and shut him down?
Well, I know the point you're trying to make, and I don't think you're wrong. I think the problem is, you know, if it lines up with a game where Golden's just going to have one of these performances, right? Like, you don't see Golden go 16-4, 16-5 very often.
Yeah.
But if the one time he is when he's defending outer yard against you on Nuke, then, like, that sucks.
That really sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not fun.
Cloud9, it certainly is. Nice round for Cajun here to get a little bit more on the board. And, we'll see how it all plays out. I mean, it's hard to even... I feel like they're getting shut down most of the time before they get into the position they want to get into. So it's even hard to extrapolate, like, what would it... You know, what would happen if they could really do that? Some Molotov early on there behind the container, and... decent amount of grenades for NIP, at least, to try and do something within this round.
Problem is they're going to use, what, 2 more to set up this wall?
Yeah.
And then once you get down to the lower bomb site, what utility do you have to take it? You know, you're going to need to use that last smoke on Lecro for the plant.
Oh.
Golden is here. Pop flash out. He doesn't see anyone around the edge. That might be a missed opportunity. He's going to go back for more. Oh, and he's blind. He's blinded himself. Great return from NIP. And now they have an opening downstairs.
There was so much potential, wasn't there, in that position? You had, like, 3 different scenarios where he could get, like, a double or a triple, but didn't really work out that way. Forrest now down to 20 health, and NIP, again, now they've got, like, a lot of map control. They've left Get Right way behind, but there are so many things you can do from this position. Last time they were in this, they did none of them. So...
We'll see. Obviously, it'd be so helpful if Rush decides to get aggressive and just walks into the crosshairs of Get Right. Not going to happen yet. Timing is everything, and it's going to be in the favor of Get Right. Rush not ready. Now Dennis outside, taking damage. Vice falls, and Automatic's got to do everything with the op. Cajun in the corner. He's got to bait him in. He's got a double kill, and he can hold on. Rez doesn't want that fight. 20 seconds left on the clock, but where do you go? You know Automatic's somewhere with the op, and they're going to try and readjust.
Well, we can't actually get out the vent, can he? Oh, with the grenade in hand as well. Cajun, I think he ran out of bullets. Otherwise, he might have just had that 8 seconds on the clock, and Rez is going to go and get the bomb down. This is a strange end to the round. An Automatic with the AWP just quickly scoping it out. No fear at all. Coming right up the ladder, and he's got that AWP for the retake. That's very awkward. I mean, a missed shot right now could cost him everything. He's on top of the hot rest down below, and he gets it. Automatic, that is definitely not easy. Steals it away from NIP in a round that they otherwise played quite well.
Oh yeah, they really did. They faked Cloud9 out so hard to get Cajun not to go down the vents and Automatic to start rotating to the lower bomb site as well. They had them both fooled just by a couple seconds of pause after this sequence from Cajun. And then a beautiful clutch. Rez never expecting him to be above. 9-3 lead, Cloud9 still piling it on. With the plant, with the loss bonus built up though, NIP's got plenty of money to buy.
They got past the first point in that last round, you know. They got down to lower at least. They got, you know, something out of it.
No, but that was like a 2-on-4
yeah.
At one point. It was Cajun and Automatic brought that all the way back. That's the hard part, and I think it happened so quickly that I don't even know if NIP realized they had such a huge advantage.
I guess the only thing that wasn't working out of that round, really, I mean, they didn't have time, you know, like they didn't have a minute to try and just shuffle around.
Well, this time they're changing things up. They're faking that wall, faking as they've done to get Dennis down below to the stairs. A couple people posturing for a ramp room and actually missed timing for Automatic. I don't think he realized how close there. He's in some trouble. It's win or die here in this position. They have him trapped in. Forrest gonna molly him out. He's got a peek. They know exactly where he is. It's fortunate to get one, but this should all fall in the hands of NIP from here. I say that. Vice brings it back, and Get Right is low. There is a chance still for Cloud9.
Oh, Cajun, not sure, but he got, I think it looked like double teamed over on the other bomb site, so wasn't able to pick it up now. All on Vice. He steals that AWP, but they're already sort of coming for him. It should be possible for Dennis to pick up this kill. No chance there. Good job, although, I mean, again, you're right. I think there was a chance that that could have turned the other way. Forrest probably left with that weird feeling of like, why me? You know?
Yeah, I was the third one in line. Please
yeah.
Don't shoot me. Well, he also threw the Molotov, so I mean, kind of a dick move.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, if you're Automatic in that ramp position, it's, you know...
He just had the mistiming of unscoping, right? And then they got so close that it was like, well, you can't go anywhere now. I mean, he at least had Rush there to help him a little bit, but once he goes down, you're just trapped, and you have to peek when the Molotov comes in.
Yeah.
Would have had to peek anyway, really. Forrest just kind of forced the issue a little bit earlier than maybe he would have liked. So Cloud9 back to pistols, back to a scout, an SMG. Nade stack outside gets them one kill.
Yeah, Golden just ran up on them with the MP9. Took down a player. That's a way to get started. Dennis out of it, but still a 4-on-4, and I mean, NIP, see if they could do it. And they got a lot of time this, and obviously the fact that it was so aggressive and the first kill there was an MP9, that should tell them something about the economy there on Cloud9. Golden's still waiting around. He's really got almost no backup out here. Kind of surprised that he's dared to do that, but now he's going to be back inside instead. I
think he's playing so well. I think I like the decision. If you have the hot hand, you know, play like you do. Play like you're the one dominating. And he's bought in a lot of time for him. He does eventually give up the fight, but he's eaten a decent amount of time off the clock. He does eventually fall to Get Right, and Rush still aggressive in Hut. Now with this play towards ramp room from Cajun, they can actually pinch this, but that Molotov kind of ruins everything, ruins the timing, and this really leaves Rush on his own.
Oh, he's going even further, isn't he? Nobody's covering this position. This could be huge. Forrest right in front, and there's the timing. Rush takes down what he needed, that headshot. That would have been the defining moment. Lecro with the kill instead. Cajun gets one, but now Automatic is down. And that leaves Cajun in a 1 versus 2. The bomb Yeah, it's going to be planted on the other side. I don't know if Cajun can really do much with the CC up here. I mean, he's going to show his head first. He actually gets the thing and gets the kill as well, taking down Rez. That's way too much to ask for. Electro underneath. He's going to be able to save the round here for NIP. A triple on him. That's a good job, but again, that's such a chaotic round.
Yeah, that was really sketchy. I mean, that play from Rush as well. He was using the sound cues perfectly, but again, fortunate timing as well. Forrest just bring out the bomb to drop over to a teammate so we can continue to watch the flank, and that almost ruins the whole round. Cloud9 still being dangerous, but NIP are doing enough to get back into this game. It looked so dire for a certain point. It looked like Cloud9 was going to have a very, very strong CT half, and these last few rounds, again, the conversation around that losing bonus is NIP plenty of money down the stretch once they eventually win a round and depleting the coffers of the defensive purchases. One Deke not going to connect to that range, and Forrest already down low.
Yeah, 9-6 would certainly put us in a space where, you know, NIP still have some options come the second half, assuming they can upgrade from what they did against Giants, of course. But
they've already you know, beat their score against Giants.
True.
It's quite nice.
No reason to rub it in, Moses. Really, it's kind of mean.
Yeah. Oh well. Forrest. That's the kind of fight you feel like he's going to love. Spots the top half of the head, knows he's there. The trajectory of the smoke lets him know there's two below, and they have a crossfire set up, so back away. Now, if they can hit this quick enough, they might be able to beat the rotations back, but you still have to be cautious. So many different angles in this upper bomb site. And lobby control. There goes Lecro. Now an AK-47 at the door. They have to cross by, and Vice has got three. Vice has done everything but a great transfer. And they've fallen right into a trap. What a response from Cloud9.
Yeah, that was huge, wasn't it? Again, trying to go aggressive, trying to do all those things all at once, but yeah, Vice saving that round for sure, getting the kill, picking up the AK-47 and just continuing the mayhem.
And just in time for them to try and cross into the bomb site from Mini.
Yeah.
Or from, you know, from vents even. Like, that's just brutal to have happen to you. So I thought NIP, I think they're fortunate to have 5 because I thought they looked a little disorganized. I think they looked like they were having some communication issues in that half.
Yeah, a lot of things we didn't like for various reasons. I don't know what's going on either. It definitely didn't seem like they were feeling very confident. Although maybe you are right. Maybe part of it does have to do with the fact that Golden and that yard and just playing really well. I mean, that does cut off a large part of the map.
It's like compounding factors, right? Like maybe maybe they could still manage it even not feeling as comfortable or having some communication issues. But then you add in the fact that Golden at one point was 16-4. Now here's the cool thing: once they eventually started to figure things out and you know, maybe get a little bit of on a roll, Golden was 16-4 at one point, and he ends the half 17-8. So down the stretch, he goes 1-4 at the end, and that's right when NIP is able to claw 2 rounds in their favor right at the end.
Yeah, so they managed to cool him down a bit. This is... Oh, man.
We said we wanted a weird game when we started, and I feel like we got one. I don't know if I like the weird we got.
Well, you can't really control that. I think when you ask for that, you just have to accept whatever comes your way.
Right, it's a bit like rolling the dice.
Yeah, there's just an element to that.
I mean, it set the stage for a very exciting second half. 10-5, if NIP can win this pistol... Actually, even if they can't, the CT side of Nuke, they can have some, you can do some work on this side. Now, it was the one, as I mentioned, that was a bit weaker in the previous game on Nuke.
There are lots of options, I think, here for NIP to still make it back, but I don't know, Cloud9 have been looking pretty good in this game. And obviously the fact that Golden is doing such a good job helps out a lot, but there's still more. I mean, Automatic is in there somewhere. I feel like even Vice was showing a bit at the end, so...
That one great impactful round, the 3K, to get him that last round and a half. Cajun had some heroic stands in the upper bomb site on defense as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so there's some things at least going right for Cloud9. Well, I mean, obviously there's about 10 things going right for Cloud9.
Yeah, it could have been definitely even more so. I'm not sure how this second half is going to play out. I think if they don't win the pistol, I don't know. I mean, I just think Cloud9 are going to have so much more space to play with than NIP did on that first half. I think playing the T side, I think they're gonna be able to use a lot of that. It's gonna be up to NIP to establish like a lot of dominance early on. I think to sort of make sure that they don't feel very confident in, especially any kind of outside push.
Yeah, can NIP actually stop the outside hits the way that Cloud9 did? Can they get aggressive enough? Because I mean, actually, what's wild about it is Cloud9 didn't really like do anything that crazy outside. It was just Golden having a ridiculously good game.
Because if you were playing, if you're you know on some counter-terrorist SWAT force or something, and you had to try and go and rescue like a nuclear power plant, would you really bring HE grenades at all? Would you just say, listen, guys, let's not?
I don't know, all the technicalities behind like nuclear warheads, but I imagine don't they have to like be armed to really go off?
I don't think we're talking about warheads here. We're just talking about a nuclear reactor.
Okay.
I don't think. I mean, I don't need.
So you're thinking the grenades would puncture?
Yeah, I'm not saying you could blow the reactor up with an HE grenade. I'm just saying, it'd be in the back of your mind somewhere, wouldn't it? We are throwing explosives around.
Well, bullets as well. I guess that's the same kind of concepts.
Yeah, but you have to do something. You probably,
Can't go in with paintball guns.
This doesn't work as well, does it?
There we go. Pisteron doors open. Forrest forced out of the corner. He drops to Vice, and that flashbang is timed so well. Get right alone in the bomb site. He's gooshed. Now he's got to get aggressive. He can do nothing as they wrap around him. And NIP, they have not been able to support any of these players in the upper bomb site. They've all fallen so fast.
Really shutting it down, aren't they, Cloud9? That happened very quickly. Cajun to take down Lecro. Dennis, 7 health. They haven't lost a single player yet on the Cloud9 team. Dennis, I don't know. That was very, very quick, wasn't it? There's not much time for setup and almost no time for NIP to react.
Well, you didn't really need it, right? I mean, you win that fight against Forrest, he didn't have any backup, and then Getright's all alone in the upper bomb site. You have the smoke in heaven, so the player rotating up ladder can't assist Getright. So, I mean, just a well-orchestrated strategy from Cloud9, assisted by some phenomenal shots.
11-5. It doesn't have to be the nail in the coffin, but, feels like we're getting there, right? We've sort of dug the grave at least. We're sort of...
The first gun round for NIP. Like, they're going to save here. You don't want to go for a force buy and kind of ruin that first buy round coming next. You want to get the guns out as strong and as quickly as possible into the third. And that's going to be everything. If NIP can't win that one, I think it's too far out of their grasp.
A nice stacked ramp with a little bit of boost to go up on top. I mean, you've got to try something. I think, yeah, the rest are playing down here to maybe try for some headshots. Good grenade usage to make sure that they're not immediately vulnerable to that. And they're going to get run down there. Dennis did hit a headshot, a little bit of a dink. I'm kind of shocked that Rush is still alive. How could that be? Finally.
I'm surprised he went first in that scenario. What a bro. These USB's doing some work, though, getting some dinks, couple kills. 12-5, and this is the one. This is the round that NIP absolutely must have.
See how they go about it. I expect when it really is almost all in this round, you're not going to be very tempted to play aggressively if you're NIP. Like, you're probably going to want to say, let's just, please, hope we get the early kill.
Everyone just play it standard.
Yeah.
Don't go crazy. They've got the AUX, no AWP.
Oh, no.
Ooh. Poor Rush.
He even went first the last time, and they stab him in the back anyway.
We're seeing a lot of TKs today. Saw Electronic on Simple. Ooh, that's a really awkward angle. Rush is not having a fun round. He's been stabbed by a teammate. There's been an off angle around the edge of the smoke. You didn't even see what hit him. He's at 20 HP before he really even knows what's happened.
Would have had 50 if it wasn't for the knife,
Cajun is down below. He's in those vents. What can he do with this position? This is pretty deadly. And you have to wonder if NIP saw this. We didn't get to see Cajun make this run. We do see this play frequently. We just don't know if the defense is aware it's happened.
Rez opening up on Golden Net. Strong play to be taken down. Good angle for Lecro taking down Vice, and they seem to want to challenge him. He actually does not have to fight this. Could definitely just fall back. A bit of a crossfire setup as they take down Rush, and it's just looking very good here, NIP. We said they needed this round, and they've done a good job. Automatic sneaking in a kill, and that's all it's going to amount to in the round. That was critical. That is critical. Now, just need to do more and more and more of that.
That was very clean, and that was NIP just holding off angles, right? I mean, Rez out here just waiting and letting the AUG do the work. This is Rez coming over. Rush walks right into it. I mean, those AUGs were just holding angles. You didn't really have to do anything, and Cloud9 never had any kind of flashbang in their face or anything along those lines. They didn't even get a chance to run a set piece. Cajun never became a factor dropping down vents, but we've got another buy coming out from the C9 offense. 2 AK-47s. The utility is out. We'll have to save after this if they can't win it. And Rez in a deadly position. I think this AK-47 might just get dropped. Golden, you have no chance.
Nobody. I mean, he wanted more than just a kill, right? He was interested to see if there were going to be more people showing up. So did he just give up a big opportunity? Has he really slipped through his fingers? I'm not sure about this. Rez, oh, he's right down there, but does Rez know? Forrest is now on the other side. Yeah, it might all be for nothing. So, I mean, that is a pretty deep play by Rez, and this time it works out fine, but could have maybe backfired. Now get right on the bomb site and try to rush him down. He's going to get the single kill, and then bomb plant goes down in front. Nobody there to stop it, so it's not bad at all here for Cloud9 to get the bomb plant and a kill.
I think they invested too much. I mean, that was a force fight. Just one kill is not enough. You would have liked more, in my opinion. And it may have been, yeah, the bomb plant's better than nothing, obviously. I like the retake that came in so fast from Lekro leading the way. Even though Rez lets him walk by, Forrest is able to just hold that angle, get right left alone in the upper bomb side. Looks a little bit silly when they've gotten so close to him with no teammates there to help him out, but they controlled every other part of Nuke.
Okay, he was absolutely ready. Good retake for Lekro. Had a bit of a rough first half, but I feel like the second half he's been doing better, Lekro, already. Looks like they want to try and get the bomb down, and that just gets completely shut down. All the grenades, and Forrest with the AK on top to take down Golden, so bomb is now just sort of stuck on the floor there. Down the vent, I think, even. But regardless, Forrest cleaning up the rest of it with a quad kill, and now could he go for the ace? Maybe.
Forrest would be a great player to have come alive in the second half. He had a relatively quiet T-side. Here he is with all 5 kills, the ace.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a game changer. I mean, even now, all these years on, right? Like, if he's gonna join up with Rez towards the top, that definitely would be the perfect way to pave your way back into a comeback. 12-8, so not a huge gap anymore, really.
No, and I like this timeout from Cloud9. Now you have to talk things over. You know, you do win that pistol round in the ensuing round, but since the guns have come out for NIP, you haven't really had a chance. Nothing's felt like it's been in their favor. In fact, 4 players surviving and all 3 of NIP's wins on this CT side, so you're not even really putting a dent. You're not finding an opening. You're not having some grueling battle in the post plant. You're just barely getting fortunate enough to get that bomb down in the previous round and then getting wiped out. So talk some things over. These AUGs have been an issue. The AWP isn't even out yet, and that's the thing. Walking into angles against these AUGs, NIP's been slaughtering Cloud9.
Speaking of wiped out, do you know Get Right once took part in one of those shows that's called Wipeout?
Yeah, I feel like that clip gets posted like every 8 months on their subreddit. It is funny, though.
I'd love to see you in that, Moses. I really would.
I'd love to see you in that.
Yeah, well.
We're like right back at you, big guy.
Let's both do it then.
I'm in.
All right.
Contact Danish Wipeout.
Figure it out. We'll set it up, or we'll make our own version. Less safe, but more fun.
More cream pies.
Definitely more of that. Oh, he's done it again. And this time, he didn't want to give it to Forrest. Wanted to be sure. Golden obviously not realizing that was the second time that could have happened. Oh.
Well, that's the thing, right? Rez is like, okay, so he never actually saw me. This time he just takes the kill, saying, okay, well, last time it was just Golden. There was no one else there, so I might as well take the fight. And again, whatever strategy Cloud9 called out of this timeout is destroyed. Not even a chance to get into it. And this has been a dominant defense for NIP. I mean, it's still early days, right? But they haven't had any issues. They haven't once been fooled or confused.
Somebody should definitely give Dennis a high five at the end of this, because he actually had to keep fighting to save Rez, who was underneath the silo. And not only did he sort of kept fighting, but he actually got 2 kills, you know, on top of it. So that was a good job. He could have been tempted, I think, to have fallen back, because that was a lot of people. And he dies, of course, to automatic.
Listen, if automatic doesn't get one more, there's only been 4 kills for Cloud9 in the 4 gun rounds that we've seen, or the 4 rounds since NIP got guns. They haven't accomplished anything on this offensive side. And remember as well, that's right out of a timeout that this just gets ruined off the bat. So not looking great for C9 at the moment. It looks like NIP is having a comfortable comeback into this game after going down 5-10.
I told you to do well, Moses. I was never worried.
Never worried, not once.
Never worried at all. I could feel it, you know. Got to trust in the, you know, we haven't really brought up the term Nip Magic in a long time, have we? But
no, we have. Well, I mean, yeah. I think we did it in Australia.
Oh, really? Well, there we go. I was going to say it's a little bit of a sort of Game of Thrones thing going on, you know, where it's like it's been forgotten, like, you know, some rumors and the older generations talking about it, but...
Okay, like NIP is the one to have the dragon eggs hatch.
Exactly. Oh, Dennis at the corner, back again. That's a beautiful shot from Rush, in fact, with the P250. And that is going to get them a kill. And as you said, they've been averaging about a kill a round, haven't they, so far? So, not necessarily the recipe for success. Usually need more than that.
It's a real problem, because even with the losing bonus building up, I mean, NIP still has plenty of cash. Dennis is a bit low. He's had to rebuy a couple times, but Forrest is basically at 12,000. So, again, this could just be an easy, clean sweep for NIP. I think if you're Cloud9, obviously the bomb plant is the most desperate and likeliest of hopes. There's automatic coming around the smoke. Lekro holds the trigger. Transfers over. 12-10.
Yeah, winning 5 in a row. It's really, really starting to look good right now for NIP. Getting right back in the game. They don't look nearly as excited as they should, Moses. I feel like there should be more, you know, more animated, more high fives.
I think once they take the lead, you know, when you get beat up a little bit the way they did in the first half, and then you just had that nice, I guess, you know, the game against Giants had to be like a rude awakening. Nothing really feels good until you win after that, right? So NIP just keeping composed, keeping the experience. Cloud9 again, you're gonna bet that they're gonna clear that close left corner.
Yeah, I think that's for the rest of the map. That probably will be checked out. Setting up for a couple of flashbangs, probably Rush on top of the silo as well, peeking at the same time. So they've got, yeah, just everything going. Really, really checking it.
I even checked it after the jump. Forrest with an off angle and mini. Gonna get smoked out. Here's the footsteps. Here's them drop. He's gonna call it over. Rez is in CT spawn though. Rez is so far back with the AUG. That can be deadly. He's gonna get at least one out of this, surely.
Ooh. Again, he waits just a little bit, lines them up. That is beautiful, isn't it? He could have tried to take the earlier shot. And I mean, we didn't really see it from their point of view, but actually when you're up there and you're looking at what CT spawn and people are holding by that forklift, it's just so hard to see anyone. And he just goes hunting for more. Again, what a play from Rez. Not even just the first 2 kills, but then the aggression afterwards. They're really getting wiped out. You really found the right description, Moses. Even shot through the wall. This
is a horrible T-side. I'm just gonna say it. 6 kills in 6 rounds for Cloud9. And obviously all being won by the Ninjas.
Yeah, this is turning into a real problem, especially because they got so close. I feel like that's the thing that's starting to hurt now, is they had set themselves up just perfectly for all of this.
Well, I mean, think about it this way too. Like they've tried to do some aggressive, you know, get outside control by sending a lot of bodies aggressively, and they've been stumped a couple times by Rez being aggressive, letting Forrest know that one's coming. Other time he just takes the kill from Golden and Dennis backs him up. Now they're playing it passively, deep in towards CT spawn to defend. Even the passive setups are being successful. So if you're Cloud9, the only success you've had is the Pisteron, which was an upper bomb site execute. But now that the AUGs have come out and NIP can just sit and wait, it looks like Cloud9, I mean, you'd have to imagine just the utility setups and the decisions with the utility is not effective enough to force these AUGs back.
They're really not finding much success, and Rez has really come alive out there. I mean, he's doing a phenomenal job with the just with the aggression and everything else. I mean, we're talking about Golden holding the yard, but Rez has been just, you know, like hold my meatballs and check this out. Just Swedish Moses.
Yeah, Italians make better meatballs. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, you're on your own. Listen, it's at @unflymoses on Twitter. Just all the hate his way. Leave me out of it. It's a dangerous thing to be starting that kind of a battle.
I didn't even know that this was a question. I didn't even know that was up for debate.
They care a lot about the meatballs in Sweden. I won't lie. This is whole thing IKEA practically built around the concept.
Yeah, but IKEA's weird as well. Oh, get right.
Oh, dear. I don't know what to say. It's a good thing that that we're not doing Blast in Sweden yet.
In Sweden? Well, I mean,
they'll forget by then.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't mind reminding them.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you've really thrown down the gauntlet here, haven't you? Just, anything else you want to say about the Swedish people, Moses? Now that
I love the Swedish people.
Oh, okay.
Meatballs aren't up to par for the Italians.
All right. Well, we'll let it come down to a test. We'll do a test next time. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
12-12, all tied up, and that is not good news for Cloud9. If they had a, oh wow, that is good news though.
Finally, opening kill for Rush. Although to be fair, they are averaging 1 kill per round over the last stretch. So I mean, they're right on par for the moment.
Yeah.
You need 4 more.
They've been practicing that, haven't they? Need to set their KPIs even higher, Moses.
All right, Dennis with the Molotov to try and slow down this cross. It's actually going to do a little bit of damage, decent amount of damage, and you combine that with the spray. The rest of Cloud9 actually take a detour through the smoke, and they've actually gotten to this lower bomb site pretty quick. Best chance they've had in some time, but Lekro's here to close it down, and now he knows where they are, and he's got great positioning.
Just gets up, and oh my god, Forrest coming in from the ramp as well to shut down 2 people. I think they might have heard him, but it doesn't even matter. He's still going to get the kill. Dennis there to help him out, and yeah, automatic 40 seconds for a 1-on-2. I mean, if anyone could do it on Cloud9, probably would be him. So aware of where that position is, going to make the crossover still with the AWP. Oh, he's trying to hunt him down. A real opportunity there, but now I think this game has gone a little bit too long for automatic. Now he has to sort of go and find them, then go back and put the bomb down.
Oh no.
Oh, missed the chance. Another missed shot. So now it's getting really awkward. The weirdness has gone way off the charts. They hunt each other down. Oh my god! Almost had a heart attack, Moses. That could have definitely worked.
Yeah, it could have. That was a weird looking clutch, but I like everything about it. Automatic trying to be the hero, and he had a chance. Get right, probably never expected that play. That's the closest Cloud9 has gotten, but NIP takes the lead, 13-12.
Yeah, if only they could have hit 2 no-scopes in the same round, it would have. Then they would have won it. I'm so shocked by the fact that he actually fell back in to get right on the ramp. Oh man, if he could have got that, that would have been something. Well, it seems to be getting only weirder as the game goes on. So 13-12 though, and NIP just a shocking performance here in the second half. Really doing a great job. Forrest catching somebody. I think a slight gap there, maybe, or maybe just luck. It's hard to tell. And again, Deagles. This isn't looking good right now for Cloud9.
No, it's not. There's Cajun. He tags up Get Right, but not able to find the kill. Going for more, and it's going to hold on. Finally, a Deagle chimes in from automatic. But you really can't do a whole lot from this position, and all of Cloud9 is spread. These are all individual Deagle fights, and even Vice is just going to try, I guess, cross your fingers and try and make it in, see if you can catch an awkward rotation, but all of NIP is downstairs. 14-12. NIP have had no problems in this second half since the guns came out.
Yeah, 2-round lead, but it's just the run that they've been on here. Forrest, we talked about him coming into play more. He's up to 20 kills, just 4 behind Rez at the moment. It's very scary. Gerard's had a pretty good game actually as well. 19 kills on him. He's definitely been solid.
Yeah, especially as a player that anchors that upper bomb set as well. There's not a lot of glory in that role, but it is critical. Automatic with the AWP, trying to find another opening for his team. Even when they got it previously from Rush, they weren't able to convert into a round win.
Rez, who's been playing nice mixture of sort of aggressive, close to the silo, sometimes all the way back in CT spawn, now out in the garage. It's hard for them to guess where they're going to find him, and if they allocate a lot of time to doing that, that's also a problem, right?
Well, and it's also you have to allocate a lot of resources
as
well. You have to use the smokes to block vision from other points so you can actually clear this out. And I think Rez, again, it feels like he's at least going to get one, and now what can you do to force him out? That Molotov, it's fine that even if he missed through it, Forrest is rotated over, he's not able to connect, and now Rez is in trouble. Finally, something positive for Cloud9, something they can build upon, and they must have this.
Yeah, this is really the one big chance that they have to try and get themselves back into this game that's been absolutely excruciating in the second half. There's Get Right going down. Rush, second kill of the round for him, and this seems like a done deal, surely. 2 versus 4, and Bomb is going down. Lekro flanking in behind, gonna get the kill on Vice, but that fight over at Lobby seems to have at least been keeping Cajun alive as Lekro goes down. That should be the the end of this round, and Cloud9, if they find a way to steal it away for NIP here at the end, that would be something. Not sure what it would be, but it would certainly be interesting.
That was 9 rounds in a row for NIP before Cloud9's able to respond. So yeah, I mean, the idea that they finally like figured it out, that it's clicked in. Tell you what the bigger issue isn't that, you know, they tactically they might not have figured it out. It's the fact that they didn't get enough kills during that 9-round stretch to even really put a dent in the economy of NIP. Like there's still 2 rounds of purchases and investments from the Ninjas, and if they manage to save any weapons moving forward, it's even more than that. So Cloud9, you'd like at this stage in the game if you get that round win and maybe one more would reset the defensive economy, and it's just not going to happen. So they've got to do this in nightmare mode. They've got to do it the hard way. Golden looking to lead the attack.
Automatic. Yeah, oh, he's still got it. I was going to say he missed the opportunity, and then when we scoped in, he couldn't really see much. Again, he's just such a versatile player. It's absolutely ridiculous, but Forrest is going to get the kill on Rush, and that does tilt it in favor of NIP here, playing 4 versus 3 with Automatic down to 21 health.
This is where it's really tough, because this is when the defense starts to turtle into the bomb sites, and that AWP cannot be as effective. So even if you give time for Automatic, if you just look at the minimap, no one's peeking anything from the NIP side. So it's going to have to be your riflers, and when they've been called upon throughout this half, they haven't delivered. Mike's going to turn the corner. There it is. Get Right goes down. No one else up here for the Ninjas. Dennis had rotated below. Smokes in the choke points, but the flank is already here. Lekro, he needs to clear out the squeaky door room, and he does. He does it perfectly. Automatic up next, right in front of the vents, and he's going to call it out. It's Dennis from below, and Cajun now all to do, but they don't know his position.
They don't, and he does have a Molotov, so maybe if he gets into the kill, he could actually stop the defuse from even happening. He's going to go for it right there. Close the door, but right on top of him. Forrest on the hut, and he's going to get the kill. So incredibly close. Forrest and actually made his way on their inside rafters all the way down there. Job well done. It's 15-13, and NIP, they steal the round regardless.
It's like Cloud9 just coming alive too late, finally having some success and some impact in these strategies and these attacks.
Yeah.
But at the point they figure it out, they just don't have any more mistakes to give up. They have to win them all. 13-15, 2 rounds left, 2 chances for NIP to close this out. Bounce back from that horrendous defeat just previously on this map to Giants. Keep themselves alive in this event, in the fight for the grand finals.
Yeah, absolutely. Is I mean, scary right now for it. I don't think they were expecting to lose the Giants at all. Although I do think it's kind of cool that they made it, that they actually managed to do that. You never really know when they're qualifying, you know, the way that they did, and sort of had to play movie star and all the rest of it. I felt like it was hard to know, right?
Feels like Giants have delivered some of the most exciting games we've had. You know, even the Giants movie star was pretty cool.
Yep.
Either way, Rez outside, he did missed that kill on Automatic earlier, which was a blemish in an otherwise stellar half, and Automatic's gonna pick him off again. He goes right back to it. Look how much map this opens up. Look how bold he's being. I think realizing the situation Cloud9 is in, and he just takes a few more risks.
Definitely kind of play. I mean, it's one of the reasons I just love watching Automatic plays, that he seems to have that caliber too, right? You get him to do almost anything. They got pretty much one chance here. They've got that opening kill, and that's a good start. Get Right to go down next. 5 versus 3. And Forrest in a very, very awkward position. He gets the kill, but again, he was going to get flanked from upper instead, so don't think he would have really done much. Lekro, he's actually aware, somehow gets the kill, sees the leg. Grenade follow-up here, and Golden not really going to do anything, but still a kill for Dennis, and now alone inside of the bomb side. Rush, he's on the rafters. They're not even going to check him out, and he gets both kills. I thought that could have worked out way worse. If they had spotted him then, I mean, Automatic couldn't have got there in time. That's
a hard spot to clear out, and even Forrest using it, and Rush just sitting in his same position, so...
Triple for Rush in that round, I think.
Yeah, you don't really expect the terrorists to be in that position in the retake ever.
Okay, so NIP could run away with all the points now, or Cloud9 could get one more round and take some of them back and at least make it out with something here. I think NIP would be very, very upset if they don't actually get the win here.
Oh, absolutely. With how this half went, they would be crushed, especially from the previous performance. Automatic has been really, really good at finding this opening kill outside. Rez must just do everything he can to stay alive. And finally, the economy is a little bit dented for NIP. They have all the weapons. It's the utility they're lacking, the kits. There's only 2 of them on Dennis and 4, so a real chance here for Cloud9. Automatic leading the way outside, holding the stairs for a peek while the rest of his teammates move up. But if you don't get that pick from Automatic, what are you leaning on if you're Cloud9?
He's been winning the fight against the Rez at least a couple of times out here. Are they still looking for it? It feels like they're sort of out here hunting for Rez a little bit. He's been great with the orb, but he's going to do it one more time. Taking down Golden and then falling back, and I think that's a smart play.
And then, I mean, it's just so hard to clear out this player who goes all the way back towards CT spawn that now you've given up a lot of utility. You've given up one player and you still don't have a lot to gain for it. You have the map, but you can't go anywhere because Rez and CT spawn is watching for any play you'd want to make with this kind of control. Cloud9 put in a really, really rough spot in a 4-on-5, trying to just tie things up.
Setting up to make it through the door. They've got the bomb in there as well, but there's so much defense here at the A-bomb side that could show up really quickly. 28 seconds now. They really need to make a move, otherwise this isn't going to work out all that well. Rush looking to peek in. He's going to get the kill on Forrest. That's a big stop, but Get Right still in the back and spraying down two. Vice and Rush out of the round, still a 2-on-3, but they're going to get the bomb plant down, and Cloud9, 3 more kills to try and see if they can finally get some more points on the board here and tie up the game, share what they can with NIP. That grenade does a little bit of damage, but NIP have a little bit of time here to set up for the retake. The flashbang is godlike, isn't it? Automatic blind for a full 3 seconds, I think, and dead before he even comes out of it. Cajun now set up for it. Oh, and actually catch him. I thought that was the Molotov, but it was Rez instead. And that's going to be 16-14 in favor of NIP. They managed to pull it right over the finish line.
Yeah, but they're breathing a sigh of relief. That got really sketchy. You do have to admire the defensive side, the comeback from that first half. Impressive stuff. They got beat up in the first half. 5-10 after that big loss. Defense, they hold strong.
Yeah, that was a taxing game for NIP, I think.
Yep.
That's going to be... just barely made it, but well done on their part. And Cloud9, they're going to be upset, I think. That was a bit of a rough loss.
You have to be, because you're going to look at this T side and realize there's a stretch, you know, when they lose 9 in a row, 8 of those rounds, they only get 1 kill per round.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not good enough. Like, you don't even give yourself chances to make things happen properly. So that's a bit brutal, especially for a team that's trying to come together, trying to find a way to win, essentially.
Yeah, it's wonderfully weird, wasn't it? We're going to go to a break, and then we'll catch you for the next round of games. Stay tuned.